So Kevin McCarthy, he's come out and said the discovery of more classified documents in President Joe Biden's possession, that highlights the hypocrisy within inside the federal government. Yeah, okay, it does do that. It does. Yeah, but is this new? Haven't we always said this? Think if Donald Trump, I could go back in time. Think if Ronald Reagan would have done that. Think of Eisenhower if he would have done that. You can go think of Lincoln if he would have done that. This is the same story. It's the same story. We got it. Now, why is this story happening? Well, let me give you, they found more documents over the weekend. Now, remember, the White House said, we're absolutely done with documents. They found everything. They found more over the weekend at another house. How many houses? This guy is like Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald's constantly building another Ronald McDonald house. How many houses does that clown need? How many houses does the president need? He's got to have more houses. So they went to another house, and they're like, whoops. Okay, it's not exactly over, but these documents really don't matter. Okay, all right. Well, they're classified documents, so I'm pretty sure that would matter. Now, they went to Wilmington, and when I say they went to Wilmington and Rehoboth Beach. That's where his other house is. And when I say they, I mean the same people that went to, his foundation with the university. So who are they? His attorneys. Now, this started back in, November or October, where the president's attorneys went to his office to pack up stuff and close that office. His attorneys. Now, that is the world's most expensive moving company, okay? Why would you have your attorneys do that? Well, I could provide a thesis. Let's say you have something you shouldn't have, and maybe you've done something you shouldn't have done. You go to your attorneys first, because to them, you don't have to say, I know this guy. What you say to them is, you guys can't talk, right? Legally, everything I say to you, you can't repeat it, right? Right. Good. I got all these top secret documents, okay? There's a bunch of them over there. There might be a bunch of them. I think I might have some in Sandy Burger socks. I don't know. So can you guys go in there, and if you find them, just do what you have to do. I don't want to know about it. Okay. The president has said last week, the attorneys told me, to not even ask about it. Oh. But did you guys talk about it before they said that to you? So the attorneys go in, they find it, and they immediately call and cooperate. That is big of Joe Biden. That's why he had the attorneys there. Now, go to his house. But I have it with my Corvette. Yeah, we're going to come back to that. That is like the safest place on earth. You have an old Corvette? I'm telling you, you can't break into the garage door opener. Nobody has one of those. Nobody has one of those. You can't just and get in because the garage door opens. It's locked. You need some sort of this is even beyond quantum computing to be able to get past one of those Sears garage door openers. So we're going to come back to that one. So then his other house this weekend, after it's all out in the open, his attorneys are there at the other house. Now, I don't know why they haven't done all of the places they could look, at once, maybe in November. Hey, we found them in the basement. Do you have any in, next to your Corvette? Well, there is that big box that says classified and has big red tape all over it. Yeah, we should probably go there. Do you have any other houses that I don't know why. But they're fully cooperating. Okay. Now, let's ask two questions here. Let's ask two questions. When something says top secret, to get a top secret classification, what do they do before you get that little card? Stu.
They usually do a background check.
Background check. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. What are they looking for?
Maybe criminal activity. Some way you could be compromised.
Sure. Or, I just toured the Soviet Union, They're looking for anything that you've done that shows that you are on, let's say, not America's side. Or you have any friends that might be, let's say, not on American side. Or you have any business dealings with some people that, let's just say, are not on America's side. And then you also look, final thing is he compromised with money, with drugs? Is there a sex scandal? Is he prone to a honeypot thing? Okay, all right. That's what they're looking for, because you can so easily need money, and then somebody can come out and go, listen, I'm Boris, but I absolutely love America. And I just want to see top secret document because I want to show you how American I am. I'll never say anything to Soviet Union. Okay, all right. That guy could approach you and go, so you need a little money, maybe, little heroin. Okay, I can help, but I want to see top secret document. That's what they're worried about. Okay. Now, wait a minute. This is in the president or vice president's house. At the time, he was the vice president, and he had them there while he was vice president. And then he kept them there while he was president. Okay, so they've been in there for a while. Who else has been in his house? Oh, my gosh. A guy who is constantly asking for money for drugs and hookers. A guy who is doing shady business deals with China and with Russia and Ukraine. Wait a minute. That's exactly the kind of guy we don't want to have access to top secret documents. Yeah, but he was almost never there. Well, let's go back to that ultra secure garage. That's the house that Hunter Biden was renting from his dad. Not now with his art money. He was renting it from his dad when he had no money. Remember? I got no money. That's why she's pregnant. I couldn't afford a condom. Oh, poor guy. So his dad said, just stay at my house. I'm not living there. You just stay at my house. Oh my gosh, what a great dad. And he wanted to make sure his son grew up a little bit. And you're going to have to work for it a little bit. This house, the most expensive rent in this area is $6,000 a month. So I'm going to cut you a deal because you're my son. You just pay $50,000 a month. But Dad, remember, I couldn't afford the condom. Right. Well, this is a condominium. More letters. Gotta be a little more expensive. $50,000 to his desperate son. Now, where does his desperate, I don't have any money son get that money? Oh, don't worry. He's got a job with, Burisma. He's doing deals over in China. Completely his deal. No big deal. No big deal. Joe Biden doesn't know a thing about it. Nothing. He's not getting any money from it. He's just trying to help out his poor wayward son, giving him access to his house so he has a place to rest his angelic head, while Dad charges him $50,000 a month. And what's in that house? The boxes of top secret documents right there next to the garage. So you don't need MacGyver. You don't need some genius to go, how do we break in past that Sears robotic arm. How do we do it? Because you already have a drug addict inside who's writing his family going, yeah, at least dad doesn't take half your money. Remember, he's really bitter and angry with his dad at that time. He wants his dad to suffer. So what Boris has to do, hey, I hear you're unhappy about that, huh? Hey, are those little top secret documents? You know what would be fun? I give you more money. We say, you work in gas industry. So why is this all coming out now? Why did the attorneys go in to look for all of these documents? Why are they turning them in? And it's good news, right, that we have a special counsel? Of course it is. It's a very good thing. I'll tell you right now, you say the Justice Department is corrupt. I've appointed a special counsel on it. Oh, good. Let me tie this all up in a nice little bow for you in 60 seconds. Okay, so let's tie this up in a bow. You have the lawyers, a special counsel, the House, Hunter Biden, and innocent, looking like a little puppy dog with big sad eyes, Joe Biden. Okay. Here's what's going on. Back in November, I remember reading a little story, whoa, as Tom Brokaw used to say, a whoa story, about how Joe Biden's White House was now preparing for the onslaught of the Republicans who were going to possibly win Congress, and they needed to have all these attorneys ready to go. So they were already working up things. Okay, sidebar, put that off to the side for a second. Why would you have your attorneys do this when you know you're going to look like a hypocrite? Well, you might want to do that with your attorneys so you could tell the attorneys everything that you know what's going on and they can't say anything. And they could clean up this mess and make it old news by the time it's used in a case against Hunter Biden. We know this. They already brought those out and they were cooperating every step of the way. We already know that Hunter Biden was paying his father $50,000 a month, and he rented a house where all those documents were. But it was crazy. His dad was, vice president. He has a wayward son. He was just trying to help him out. That's why we appointed a special counsel. Oh, no, wait a minute. What was it I just heard from the worst spokesman at the White House ever on this question? Play it again, Sam. Okay.
Does this episode undercut that argument that he would restore confidence? Because here we have in the headlines that he is now under investigation.
He's restored independence in the Department of Justice. That's what we're doing here. When we're saying we're going to refer you to the Department of Justice, that is restoring independence as it relates to issues like this.
Stop for a second. So the only reason why a special counsel was appointed was to restore America's confidence in the system. And it has nothing to do with now Joe Biden, his attorneys, his spokespeople saying, I cannot comment on this anymore. I refer you to the Department of Justice. Well, normally when they would say that, imagine if it was Abraham Lincoln and they did this, there would be leaks. Abraham Lincoln, he's under investigation, but here's the stuff our inside sources tell us. This time, there won't be those leaks. So you've effectively now shut down the story. But they got somebody super special on the case. Yeah, Inspector Gadget. We needed Inspector Gadget because he's the only guy to figure out whether you could have a Corvette and a Sears car door opener and get into the place. Uh-huh. That's what's going on. This is all just pre-trial maneuvering, pre-investigative maneuvering by the White House to make this, we've heard this before. This is old news. Get all of these things cleared up so they can say, I'm not talking about old news. I'm talking about what's happening today. This president needs to concentrate on what's going on for the American people. That is exactly what's happening. And if you'd like more evidence of it, join me on Wednesday. Because Wednesday, on my Wednesday night special on Blaze TV, I line all of this out. It's pretty clear when you look at it. Too bad nobody in the media is looking at it. Well, it is weird. Neither is Kevin McCarthy. I can't believe the double standard of the media. You go get him, Kevin.